Hey gang, how are you? My name is Peter. A channel called Mobb Guppy. Let's see here. Let's see. Anthony's Fishy Friends. Griffin Fish Room. Daryl Deemer. Turbo Fish. There's Punch and Pie. Exactly correct. And Dr. Pepper Diet. Here we go. All right. Do I open up with my confession to something that terrible happened in the fish room? What is costs more than gold in the fish room, especially with guppies? It's baby brine shrimp. Yeah, I can sell you some turbo. I can sell you some of those fire red shrimp. I got a bunch of them. All right. Hey, Bob Kaler. So I was busy making up food for tomorrow for the fish. Baby brine shrimp. And I spilled a bunch of eggs. Thank God I was able to save some. I didn't have many in there. I'm just, in fact, supposedly today or Monday, I'll have no not Doug Ray's fish food, baby brine shrimp eggs. And I'm down to my last little bit, so I didn't spill that much. But you spill any of those things. I mean, it's cocaine is cheaper than baby brine shrimp eggs. Not that I would know by experience. Never done cocaine. Never did meth either. What's wrong with me? So yeah, so no, I have some of Doug Gray's fish food. In fact, I need to get some more of that coming up here. It's I actually have 3 things on the way. It's for the 55 I have set up. I have set up a new veggie clip. Really like the veggie clip I got. It's a more expensive one, but really like it. So it's like $8 each for plastic that costs 20 cents to make. Whoever's doing this making a lot of money. God bless them. Hey, let's support our fish fam. Let's go out and I know people are scared about ordering fish online right now. You don't have to pay Dan to pay me. Reach out to me, mob.guppy@gmail.com. Hey, Loaves and Fishes, good morning. Welcome to the live stream. Good afternoon, depending where you are. V-Stag, what's up? So the tanks are up and running. They're really good. I've got to put more tanks up. I really sort of need to mow my lawn. I bought a gas can today. I haven't filled up the gas yet, but I have to assemble my lawnmower, which will probably take all of 10 minutes, but I haven't done it yet. But it's been raining. It was supposed to rain yesterday morning and then be real nice today. Well, let me tell you what real nice is right now. It's not raining, but let me see. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 36 degrees.
36 degrees.
49 degrees.
We're going to get to 49 today. We're going to get to a tropical 49. So I'm going to get everything ready to go. And, my lawn, though, is looking like hell. I mean, it really is. So going through there. So, yes, spilling baby brine shrimp eggs. And I realized I have to sort of change how I support them. Yeah, it is, but the deal is I need the sun out and stuff because the lawn is really wet. It rained last night till about midnight. So it's really, really wet. The dog went onto the lawn to go to the bathroom, and there it is. I did pick up some grass seed in the back. I have some areas that do not, that does not have like bare spots. I think previous people had a dog that was out running all the time, and there's some bare spots. So I got the grass seed. So I've got to go pour that out while it's nice and going on. 70 and sunny. That's nice. Snowing. You see, it's snowing. One of my buddies on Facebook that I went to high school with put up on Facebook that it was snowing in Minneapolis. So yesterday, it's April, snow. Prince had that song. Sometimes it snows in April. So I got up early. Missouri's going on lockdown. Stay at home at midnight Monday morning. So 12:01 a.m. And hey, Doug Gray's in the house. Here we go. Yeah. So I have about an acre, just shy of an acre. I have a push mower. My land is real flat, so I don't think it'll be that tough. Won't be that tough at all. But let me tell you something. Spilling brine shrimp eggs. I'm not going to call out the channel, but you'll all know what I'm saying. Turbofish, Jeff definitely will know. There's that guy who's always killing, always has like fish dying. Seems like every video is some fish that died. Yeah, it's Bob Keeler brought up the Doug Gray fish food, which I still have a lot of, but I'll get some more next time around. I really like them. So here's the dope. My my beloved baby brine shrimp eggs. I mean, it is, you go through just absolutely terrible when that goes in. Absolutely terrible. And so that's one of the things that no, it's not Michael's fish room. Michael doesn't highlight with, I had a fish tank blow up. Yeah, it's I will say this is that in the last since I moved into the house, I've had more fish die, but it's just been, I don't know if it's just the water chemistry should not be any different, because I was going from the same water company to the same water company, Vinny the Mooch. But I've had a couple just drop on me. So, and it's fish that I don't understand why. Nothing's bad going on with the tank. The tank's all looking good. I had one tank where in the last place I was having all sorts of problems with. And doing whatever to keep the fish, healthy. So I went and, I treated the tank over and over again. So I gave them a brand new sponge filter. I culled out anything that looked bad, and I have them in here, and they all seem to be doing pretty well. I did have to treat them with General Cure. So let's hope that turns around. Yeah, and loaves of fishes, you're exactly correct. It was just, even though I did it as humanly possible, I did it as humanely as possible. How I did it is that, it was like a 2-week process to get all the fish over here. 2 weeks. And nope, I didn't step on the fish. Nope. Yeah, you know what? It could be the COVID virus. Again, I moved over slowly enough, and I had a bad water change. Nope, didn't step on him. I had a bad water change probably about 6 months ago, where seemingly every tank looked bad right after the water change. And so I did another water change where I had upped the game on Prime, CChem Prime, and I just doubled what I was supposed to put in there. I doubled. And I've been doing that ever since. Now, my water system, and you guys are going to know exactly what I'm talking about. Big Tank Hank, what's up? And yeah, I don't think that's 911 worthy, Bob. I've lost nails, so it's I lost a nail on when I was like in college. I was going to college full time, working full time, and it was like summer break. I was still living with my folks at this point, and I dropped a 1 gallon bottle of water onto the tip of my big toe. And so I went into the office, and I was running a retail store at the time. I was the only person there. It was like the middle of the week. It was like Tuesday or Wednesday, and it was just, a small retail store. I was the lone guy in that day. So I remember calling my boss and just getting on the phone with, I don't know, I had like two bosses, Mike and Steve. I got one of them on the phone. I'm still good friends with them both, ironically enough. So I called up. I called them up and I said, "I think I got Steve on the phone." And Steve said, and I was like 20 at this point. So so Steve all of a sudden sat there and he goes, "Yeah," he goes, "We can't get out there today. We're out of town. Why don't you get somebody to get you some vodka and just pay it out of the put the receipt in the book that night and just call it an necessary expense, and that'll be fine." So one of my regular customers came in, and she went over and got me, like a pint of vodka. And all I had to drink in the office, again, you're 20, you're going to college, you don't have any OJ or anything in the office. Um, I had Mountain Dew. I had bottles of Mountain Dew back in the old days with the glass bottles. So I was having vodka and Mountain Dew. It did relatively good. So that night I ended up having to go to urgent care and deal with that. And the nail fell out, grew back in. Toenails are the worst, by the way, gang. So here's the deal. I learned from that. And from not that moment on, oh, yeah, vodka and Code Red Mountain Dew probably is fantastic. So from that moment on, I do not walk anywhere around the house without shoes on. It is, so that's sort of the deal. An ambulance ride, especially with a pretty EMT, I think that sounds good, Bob. But I probably end up as some guy showing up named Lou. All right. Oh man. So I ordered so my baby brine shrimp should be here. It could be today or it could be Monday. So I'm hoping that the baby brine shrimp eggs show up today because I don't have a lot. I have another day or two left. But I can't believe how much I spilled. I mean, it's just absolutely nuts and absolutely crazy. So let's see here. All right, that one's in Kansas City. Where's this one? You know what? I don't know if my baby brine shrimp, if I put in the order for it. So let me see where it's at. Let's find out together on the live stream. Yeah, you watched the live stream today. It was a guy seeing what was coming in on on all that sort of stuff. And so, all right. So, um, yeah, the whole process here. Yeah, that was an expensive spill. That was not good. So let's see here. Let me type in brine. I won't tell you where I got it because I got it from a new uh, someone I have not used before, and so I don't know if it's any good or not. And so let's see here. Now I ordered this seemingly. Seemingly, well, I was on the wrong email account. 1 second here. My company has all their, ironically, I do not use the office email for brine shrimp stuff. As crazy as that may seem. Okay, let's see here. See, I ordered this on the 31st, and let's see here. Yeah, the merchant hasn't set up any shipping details yet. So that's not good. I'll have to go to their website and hopefully I missed something. So yeah, Walmart here is open from like 7:30 in the morning to 8:30 p.m. And let me tell you what, I wasn't meeting any ladies at the Walmart today. It's no opportunity to meet a lady to, spread that COVID-19 around, huh? So that's good. So so I have the fish are up and running. Everybody looks good. I went to the grocery store to get fresh zucchini because that's what I feed my plecos and Amica splendens. Big J's Fish Keeper, what's going on? Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, it was not a good spill. It was not a good spill at all. So I ordered this brine shrimp on Tuesday, and as of right now, I don't see the shipping thing of it. I'm gonna go to their website and sign into my account, see if I missed an email. For all I know is that it went into spam. And let's see here. So all right. Well, let's see. Well, hopefully this is well on its way. One would hope it would be it here today. Yeah, the Walmarts in my area, they're going to start on Monday, allowing 5 people in at one time for 1,000 square feet. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen this where you are, But I see people going in and they're shopping like in best way to describe is they're shopping in herds, complete herds of people. Which makes no sense to me whatsoever. A big herd of people going to shop. I don't know. Don't know what that deal is all about. It's go shopping, everybody. Go and enjoy it. Have a nice time shopping. Don't go in a herd mainly because it's spreading disease. If you show up with 5 people, now I get the idea about a single parent or, with a couple of kids, or maybe one of the parents is working. You have a couple of small kids. You can't lock a kid in a cage anymore. They don't like that. So you got to take the grublets to the store, right? So you go to the store, and as you're going through and getting that done at the store, um, it's just amazing. But yeah, do you know what? I was at Lowe's this morning. I went to Lowe's at 7:15 this morning. It's the type of party animal I am. I got up at 5 a.m. I enjoyed a delicious half a pot of coffee, eggs, vegan sausage, whole wheat toast. And then I went to go out and join. Yeah, you know what? I don't know if it is or not. When you get up like I do, you get up at 4 a.m. every day to go to work. When I first started doing I did this shift a number of years ago, did it for like about 8 years, 7, 8 years. And if I slept in and I go in and I sleep in till 10 a.m. That means on Sunday night I'm like this. So on the weekends I get up at today I got up at 5:30. Pretty impressive. I may sleep late enough tomorrow. Yeah, they do not do that. Well, I don't know. I hate Walmart. I hate it. But it's legitimately the only grocery store in my community, because you're not going to a food, a farmer's market. And I'm glad, Doug, that you allowed the skinwalkers to do your shopping for you. They're shift shapers, or shape shifters. Said it backwards. They're wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Yeah, it's if you have kids, what's the most important thing? That they begin to do chores. We had about growing up, we had about an acre and a half house I grew up in, and the house wasn't an acre and a half. The yard was. So we had a riding lawnmower like you have, Bob Kaler. And my old man, my brother and I loved riding it and loved mowing the lawn, because you're riding on a lawnmower. You're like 14 years old. Can't drive yet, but you can drive this. My old man forbid us to mow the front yard. And so my old man, who, believe me, where I got my taste for clothing, my wardrobe ideas. He would wear a pair of jeans, like an old shirt, with a camouflage hat. He'd have a cigar and a beer going, and he would be riding that lawnmower nice and slow. And trust me, you could get that front yard done in about, probably about 20 minutes at the most. He went nice and slow. He wanted to make sure he got every blade of grass. And I think it was his deal of escaping him. My old man was, and I guess I get this from him, was up early, 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 always, his entire life. He was up, before 6 a.m. He grew up on a farm. So I think that was just part of the deal, is that it was a hobby that he never, ever gave up. So, and he was the man who introduced me to this wonderful hobby. I don't think he could ever understand that I now will have, 30 aquariums up before you know it. I did make, here's one of the other mistakes I made in the move over. And it's a sad mistake. I didn't move over enough plants. I had plants all over the place, and I cut down on them. And so that's sort of the deal. And so, hey, Axolotl love. Axolotl love. Yeah, I know they'll grow back, but I don't have plants in each aquarium. I actually have one of them where I have a little bit more, so I have to go and move them into each guppy tank. So yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, they'll grow back. I did whatever I could to get rid of guppy grass. By the way, speaking of skinwalkers, that's basically your axolotls. Joey from the Great White North. So that's kind of exciting. I have to order some, like, does anybody have a straight kelp wafer they like? I need to probably get some of those kelp wafer. Anybody? I'm just curious if anybody has anything like that. I think that's probably right. I think that's probably the case. Oh, North Fin from Super Cichlids? Okay. I'll look at that one. I'll look at that one. And let's see, kelp wafers. Well, you see, there you go. I'm pro kelp wafers. Okay. Well, let me get all right, let me order these. All right, they're on their way. Kelp wafers by North Fin. So let's see here. Alice, what's going on? D, down the wormhole. Yeah, you see, there we go. The ladies are here. The party can start. The party can start. So I'm finally, by the way, with my Amica Splendens, I'm finally getting, uh, it's I'm finally getting fish, or I'm actually getting sexual maturity with. I got my things very very small about 6 months ago, and they're finally beginning to show sexual maturity. So hopefully, I'm not far away from having some baby Amica Splendens. I was explaining to a friend of mine who didn't quite understand. This guy always knew I had fish, but I don't think really understood how many fish and how much I dug into it. So I brought up the idea that I had a critically endangered species, and he goes, "What? Yeah, a critically endangered species. I've in my fish room. Why would you do that? To save the fish." That's Anthony. Oh, I have an account there, so I just believe me, they've heard from me before. So yeah, so that's pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool all the way around. Um, Biggies, what's up? Welcome to the live stream. Great having you here. So it's now obviously because of social distancing and quarantining and stay-at-home orders, it I have a question for you guys. When this all ends, and one day this will be over, hopefully very, very soon. Um, Gang, what's the first thing you do? What's the first thing you do when you can go wherever you want, everything is open, you can go anywhere you want. What's the first thing you do? For me, um, the problem with keeping rhinos, though, Chewy and Bob Kaler, is this: you have to have some room, and you need sort of like an armored vehicle to drive around as you go out and watch them do their thing. And I think that they go through a normal fence, so you have to have a real heavy fence. Yeah, I remember that story. I could go visit your church. There you go. Panofsky Tanks, how are you? Welcome to the live stream. Go to church, that's a good one. Mine is is go to the gym, go to a movie, go out to eat, go to a restaurant, sit in public and watch people interact. I think that would be kind of neat. It's you have 2 extra bedrooms and a GMC pickup. Well, there you go. It's my fish club auction was last weekend, and of course it was postponed. There was another fish club auction like the week before that, and that was postponed as well. So my crew, I was going to drive up with one of my guys from the Northwest Arkansas Aquarium Society. He was going to drive up here, and then I would drive the rest of the way to Kansas City, but that got postponed. Valley Fish, what up? Welcome to the live stream. How are those plecostomuses? Oh, go get that back scratcher. And now, which plecos did you get from Tom Endler, Jeff Valley Fish? I can't remember. It's I'm still trying to figure out what to do with this 55. Maybe that'll be one of my upcoming videos here. Got to shoot some videos later on today. Got to sort of figure that out. Super Reds. Excellent. Yep, I've got those. Got those. That's good. I need to get the Longfin Super Reds. Maybe that. I'm trying to figure out what to do with this 55. And part of me wants to go in and do either like some form of African cichlids, Baltic sea guppies. Hey, welcome to the live stream. Thanks for being here. Part of me really wants to go out and do the to do some African cichlids in it. Is to go out. I still have some do angelfish. Yeah, maybe I do that. I don't know. It's the deal is about angelfish is that I understand that once they start breeding, they start breeding. Rita from Walmart, she's the best. So, oh, Martha. Martha's the back scratcher. Okay, that's good news. Pretty exciting stuff all the way around. Pretty exciting stuff. So I've been going through trying to figure it out. And I occasionally will look at Aquabid and so again, I don't know what I want to do with it yet. I have to figure that out. It's I'm not in a hurry. I'm here the rest of my life. I can wait 3, 4, 5 weeks to sort of figure out what I'm going to do there. So on the angelfish thing, it's so we'll figure that out. We'll try to figure out what's going on. And and get that all in place. And obviously they're beautiful. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Hillstream loaches, Hillstream trout. I may just have to hit Tom up and get like some of his fancy plecos. Maybe that's what I do in this tank. We'll figure it out. Or maybe I just use it as like a second grow out tank, and I still have a lot of fire red shrimp in there that I've got to start moving over. I figured out a new way how to catch them, so maybe today I'll move some more over to this the 65-gallon tank. If you haven't seen that video yet, you need to go take a look at it. The tank looks great. Looks absolutely gorgeous. And my super red plecos are fantastic. Yeah, I'll tell you what, my front door sucks. I don't know what kind of dope people were on when they painted this. And if you have an aqua front door, it's not you, it's me. Um, all I'm going to tell you is that I have this aqua front door. Let's see here. The poop will be similar to rhino keeping. Yeah, you see, there you go. The angelfish keeping comes into like rhino. Yeah, that's exciting. So I picked up a steak today. So I'm gonna have a steak for dinner. But the deal was, I prefer a steak with a baked potato. If I'm gonna break my eating habits, I want to break it good. And unfortunately, um, yeah, it's not good whatsoever. And so there you go. That's sort of my deal there. I'm a big fan of let's see here. Yeah, we'll figure out what I'm going to do with that tank. We don't need to decide right now. Lincoln Logs? Oh, Plecos, Lincoln Logs. Yeah, I'll tell you what, my Super Red don't see, it's nothing that noticeable, but I have a feeling my Fire Red shrimp, probably eat those up and eat them up real good. So that's good news. So I need to probably do this tomorrow, or today. Oh yeah, I would, D with Walmart, make sure that you're wearing some sort of a mask over your nose and mouth. Don't use the bathroom there, no matter what. Be careful. Be careful. Walmart's a dangerous place to go. No, I get it, but you live in Canada, D. It's snow's sort of what happens. The summer will be there before you know it. The summer will be there before you know it. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing that as well. I have I have a lot of super red babies, and that works. I was concerned that wouldn't work out all that well. Pleasantly surprised, it works out great. Super reds with with that workout really well. So yeah, just let's see. They are doing studies on antibiotic resistant genetics in birds. They, well, that's interesting. It's very interesting, Chewy. Um, I'm so ready, for a nice, warm. We had a couple of days where it got to be about 70. Had two sisters make me a mask. Only go to the grocery store mostly. Yeah, you see, I went and I hit I hit Lowe's, I hit the grocery store. I have to stop by and check it, do my mail, and yeah, that's a good idea. I'm fine. It's probably allergies. Whenever the weather changes like this, my allergies just flare up. Chattanooga Ed's sister sells handmade masks on Etsy. There you go. It's yes, I blame the allergies, Alice. Yes, it's the COVID-19. I did though have on Thursday. It was like probably around 9 o'clock Thursday morning. All of a sudden, I had huge stomach pain. I started to get, and my coworker said I looked ghost white. I was really, really, I mean, I had a fever. So I left immediately from work because they didn't want to see my sick butt at the office. Crystal, welcome to the live stream. Great having you here. So they didn't want to see my sick carcass at the office. So I went home. The Monday or Friday morning, I didn't have a fever when I woke up, but I figured, you know what? If I had like a weird 24-hour bug, might as well just stay away. And so I did. And but yesterday I had to go out. All of a sudden, they started a stay-at-home order for Missouri, and I'm going, oh my god, I don't have any dog food. So I had to. I have for the next couple of weeks, but I need to. I just picked up a thing, and got Bolo some of his wonderful treats. So he. By the way, he's here. Um, I ate right before doing the live stream, and he got off the couch and he disappeared into the other room. He's probably in the bedroom, the master bed, and probably sleeping on the floor somewhere in there. He sort of has a place in there he likes to hang out. So yeah, so that's good. Yeah, Kansas went on lockdown last week, didn't they? Yeah, so it's it's pretty fascinating. By the way, let's see here. Bolo's become antisocial. Once Bolo gets whatever he wants done, he sat on my lap this morning for about an hour straight, just asleep, and yeah, it's yeah, normally Bolo's up jumping on my lap, then jumping down. Amazing. Now, Valley, did you have COVID-19? Jeff, did you have it? Or didn't you qualify it? Yeah, it's not good. I have a buddy of mine who has it. He's at home and he was trying to figure out. Yeah, Bolo's here. If you're at our last live stream, he was. Oh, they didn't test you? Yeah. You probably had it, Jeff. You probably had it. Yeah, so this buddy of mine, he's a surveyor and he's outside. You know, he's divorced. His kids are one, I think, just got out of college. The other one is in college. They don't live with him. He essentially just goes and does surveying outdoors. And besides going to home improvement or going to the grocery store, he's basically like me. He has almost no interaction with people at all. And he got tested. He got it. And he was going to, he just go to the grocery store, So, and he said this wasn't fun. He goes, it's serious. This guy wasn't hospitalized. So he seems to be doing better now, at least the last note I saw from him on the big Facebook. So it's kind of good. By the way, Facebook is kind of a neat deal. Contagion. Yeah, Gwyneth Paltrow may be one of the worst people in the world. And Chrisley had a friend that was in the hospital from it. Yeah, it's not good. If you get hit by this thing, not good at all. I'm taking my vitamin C. I'm social distancing. I'm doing whatever it takes. Trying to be a good citizen. It's just not good at all. So keep your social distancing. Do all that sort of stuff, and you will be okay. But it's just, here's the other thing is that if you go to the store and I touch my face way too much. I think we all do, and so yeah, no, that's the way to do it, Crystal. Stay at home as much as possible. But if you go out to the store, because we all have to do that, we have to get stuff. Don't touch things. Only touch the things that you need. And so if all of a sudden you're sitting there saying, okay, for instance, I opened up a thing of eggs today at the grocery store. I made sure none of the eggs had any issues. It was a happy dozen. I try not to touch anything unless I'm picking it up. So there you go. Yeah, that's sort of the secret. And I feel sorry, by the way, for local fish stores. Pantera releases limited edition social distancing T-shirt. Cool. That's very with Dimebag Daryl. God rest his soul. And I don't know if I'm that excited about. There are certain actors and actresses that I get very tired of very quickly. Gwyneth Paltrow is one of them. Just can't handle Gwyneth Paltrow. They spat on him? Holy capoli D. I hope that guy gets locked up. I mean, that's sick. Rob! What up, buddy? Welcome to the live stream. Hey, it's okay, Vinny the Mooch. Honeydew work is the way to go. Unless you're like me, divorced. No honeydew work. It's what the dog wants, what the fish want. Great having you here. Great having you here. Yeah, so the whole process here is that, do whatever you can to go through it. I have a buddy of mine who's he works for Frito-Lay, and his job is to go store to store, making sure the shelves are filled. And and I'll tell you what, it's he says that it freaks him out when he sees people herd shopping because so many people are at home, they're not working, and all of a sudden, husband and wife take the grandparents, take their adult children. There's all of a sudden 6 of them shopping all at once. I mean, it's nuts. One at a time, people. One at a time. It's all good. It's all good. So let's see here. Yeah, so however we can support, people in the fish fam, if you can make any type of order. I know some people don't have work, so I don't. But if you're fortunate enough where you're still getting paid, uh, make sure that you order from one of our independent fish people that are doing stuff. Really, really important to do. Really, really important to do. And yeah, and Bob Kaler, you're right. Is when people bring all 5 kids and they won't move over because they want the whole aisle. Exactly correct. Yeah. So if you want to go in and practice, no, I get it. If you're a single parent or your spouse is working or something, you can't cage the kids anymore. You got to take them along, but you got to be real smart about it. Um, I was in the store the other day. I hit the health food store. Um, and in the health food store, uh, there was a sweet little old lady. She was probably about 80 years old. This woman was touching, she was like a freaking octopus. She was touching everything. It was like she wasn't buying anything, she was picking up and looking. And I almost just said, lady, coronavirus. My God, don't touch things. Yeah, you see, that's a good idea. Drop the kids off at the grandparents, but sometimes people don't have that. It's my I'll give you a good example. My sister, her husband is in the military. Yep, she was, Bob. She was an octopus towards me. No, I sat there watching this woman. I mean, she touched everything she saw. It was just, and I'm going, lady, you're not, this isn't good. Don't touch things. Touching things bad. Yeah, there you go. Sorry, D. The baby grandma, the babysitter, compromised, so no one goes there. No, I get it. I get it. I get it very much so. It's just again, we all have to be careful. It's and I have to go into a grocery store every other day because my fish need fresh vegetables. So I go in every other day. Not long. I mean, I zip in and zip out. Yeah, it's again, just be real careful, everybody. And if you have an older relative or something like that, be careful around them. Yeah, Chewy, that's the deal. It's you got those respiratory issues. We got to do whatever we can to be so careful. Be absolutely so careful. You have to do whatever it can. The zipper man. Flasher. Aww. There was some serial flasher arrested. I saw this in the news in Michigan, like a small town in Michigan. And this guy's been a serial flasher for 30 years. for almost 30 years, like 28 years. So they finally arrested him. And apparently this guy was not just your normal flasher, just getting a thrill of aw. He and so it's so the whole process here is that this guy was going to the same women all the time for the last 28 years, just showing up. And I don't know how it was a small town in Michigan, so it was not like, this guy must have really kept a nice low profile. David Samsel, what's up? What's up? Yeah, Anthony, I get it. You haven't seen your grandpa in a month. I get it. Yeah. Yeah, Margot Robbie, she's lovely. I don't find her exhausting at all. Not exhausting at all. So yeah, so that's sort of the deal. So yeah, it's like 36 degrees, cold, cold, cold. It's part of me sort of hoping that my brine shrimp eggs show up today. It's at a mailbox, not coming to my home. So hopefully everything will be sort of on its way and life will be good. Yeah, I know. Yes, I saw that and died of COVID-19, the coronavirus. We lost the lead singer and songwriter for Fountains of Wayne, the singer of Stacy's mom. We've lost quite a few people to it already, and so yeah, I mean, this is serious. And let's see here. My phone went off, and let's see here. And okay. Good times. All I can tell you is this whole coronavirus thing. By the way, have any of you done the census yet? I did mine today. They really only had like 5 questions. They used to want to know, do you have internet? Do you have indoor plumbing? It's relatively short for me. They basically said, how many fish aquariums do you have? It's would you guesstimate your fish aquarium thing being a problem? Of course, I said no. It's yeah, no, it's yeah, the whole process here is, gang, keep in away from people. Don't do the socializing. It's if you're around folks, keep the social distancing. It's and I tend to be somebody who if I see old friends or what have you, I'll give them a hug. Not now. It's a stay away from me. Ah. And today I saw, when I was at Walmart today, I saw some people that were a little chatty with each other. I saw a couple of older couples, and and it was just and they were yakking at each other. Yeah, a lot of concerts being put off. The one concert I sort of want to see is and they're just signed up to do Europe only. I hope they come to the New World. Is Genesis. They had scheduled a bunch of dates in Great Britain. They were going to go to Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and of course England itself, and do that tour. So that would have been fun to see. Would have been very fun to see. And I was talking to someone. There's a big heavy metal type of venue in in Oklahoma. It's called Rocklahoma, and last year Ozzy Osbourne was supposed to be there and went out. Well, one of my coworkers, she was quizzing me. She goes, "Do you know if it's happening or not?" I said, "Probably not." But will they reschedule? I don't know. Again, it's just the New World, the Americas, North and South America. That's what back in when I was a kid. I heard about this feller named Christopher Columbus and sailed the ocean blue in 1492. Cut my hair last night. Been doing that for 5 years. Can't wait to see what others come up with. You know what? I need a haircut. I got my haircut real short. I mean, really, really short. And as it's not long enough to where I can put a comb through it. So there you go. Hey, Guar. Absolutely. I know who Guar is. I love Guar. Guar is great. And a roadie for Guar. Now that's a party. And it's now that's a party all the way around. Yeah, you don't want me to cut my own hair. I think D, you'd be really good at it. I do not. My hands, you know, it's I have to self cut. When men get to a certain age, men of a certain age, we tend to all of a sudden we lose the hair on top, but you end up getting great eyebrow hair, nose hair, sometimes ear hair. Okay, it's sort of what happens to men as they become a little more mature. All right, so here's the deal. The nose hair thing, that's fine. I can deal with that. The eyebrow hair, I've got equipment to go do it, but I mean, it's just not. Yeah, maybe I have to shave my head and just go through. I went, by the way, and priced out a Floby. And the Floby, which is you hook it up to a vacuum cleaner, and it cuts your hair evenly all the way around. Well, you can buy a used Floby, and let me just tell you, I'm not high on getting a used Floby. Okay, not big on that. Just you may find that silly. I just don't like it. Yeah, again, I would be so bad at shaving my own head that I I couldn't do it. It's like the reason I don't have contact lenses because I can't hold my hand straight. So there you go. Yeah, it's correct. That's correct. Men of a certain age do not lose hair; it just grows elsewhere. Jeez, Bob. Ah. So the beauty of the whole the whole process of the whole hair thing uh is just part of the thing. I've seen that Capillas hat, have you, where it has like lasers put in your head with lasers? Well, the damn thing's so expensive. If I'm going to spend $1,000 on something, it's going to be fish. Would you rather have more fish aquariums or more hair? Guys, the answer is fish aquariums. Absolutely is, any question about it. It's just it's going on right from there. By the way, I don't think my hair looks that bad. I think it it's not falling over real well, but it doesn't look terrible. Doesn't look terrible at all. And so that's sort of the deal. So, well, I'm going to get to doing some junk in the fish room. I've got to prepare hair, and not hair, water. God, hair on my mind. I gotta go prepare water for the fish. Got both of my things are kind of. Thank you, Crystal. I appreciate it. Um, I've got to prepare water for water changes and all that sort of stuff, and fill up my water reserves. Let the water age. So you guys have a great weekend. I'll have a video out tomorrow. And again, thanks for watching Mob Guppy, where the Guppy is the mob. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for hitting like. Thank you guys for everything that you do. I really appreciate hanging out with you. We'll be back Monday night at 7 Eastern. And what will we discuss? We'll go down the rabbit hole like we normally do. So, yeah, be safe and sane, everybody. Be safe, not scared, right? You guys have a great one. Thank you so much.